see what we got, man.
Dude Snyder, that's a cool old one.
Clayton Kershaw.
Greg Kimbrell.
He's our closer.
Got myself. I'm gonna pocket this one.
Mike Trout, right? Best in the game. GOAT.
Right
That's
there.
a great one.
Yeah, TOPPS trading card, baby. That's Dustin May right
Go
there.
get you one.
Hey, I'm Mike Trout. Thank you for collecting TOPPS cards.
Okay, now that was cool.
I love watching baseball players open up packs of cards. Oh man, especially when who was it? Flaherty found his own, pocketed it. That was incredible.
So good. I was hoping he would jam it in his pocket, dent it all up. And
Yeah, the top social media accounts would have certainly heard about that one.
oh my goodness, how you doing, Emily? You doing
I'm
all right?
great. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm excited to be here. I know that, of course, we all wish that we could be at the National this weekend, but no, this is great. You guys came up with a great idea, so thank you for having me on.
Hey, no problem. We appreciate you. So real quick, what was that video promoting so everyone knows kind of what's happening?
Sure. Yeah. National Baseball Card Day. It's coming up August 8th, So a week from tomorrow. Lots of fun stuff going on for it too. We have two, exclusive cards. One is for the weekend of the 8th. One's for the weekend of the 15th. I think it's you spend $10 on TOPPS product in your local hobby shop, and you can get that exclusive card. And then we've got free packs of cards just for heading into your local hobby shop. So anyone can head to topps.com/National Baseball Card Day. They've got the the participating list of stores on there and lots of other info. So I'm excited. And, unfortunately we can't be at the stadiums this year to be able to celebrate, but, it'll be fun to celebrate online. So make sure you're posting your packs at TOPPS. I want to see all on social media, Twitter, Instagram, you name it. We want to see those cards. So really looking forward to National Baseball Card Day.
Heck yeah, you just said a bunch, and the only thing people heard was free baseball packs. I guarantee that. So
Done. That's okay. There will be them. So that's all right.
that's part of it. That's
the design too, I have to say, looks kind of cool this year. We're going to, I think, start posting some of the cards so people can get a quick look at them this week. But really cool design. It's got like this awesome blue background on it, so it really pops this year. I like the way that they look.
Agreed. Cool. Okay, so your weekend. I'm going to talk about your weekend because I want to transition to something. But you're running the TOPPS now stuff, correct?
I am running the social media for it at the very least. Huge team effort on our end. So as you can imagine, it's been an exciting week for us.
Okay. Did you expect the Fauci card to be this popular? Honestly.
No. We were incredibly excited to put it out just because we're trying our best to really document this unique season that we have this year.
Yeah.
But the popularity of the card just absolutely blew us away. The fact that it made its rounds on ESPN and CNN and all the major news networks was just so cool to see. And, he ended up commenting on the card as well. He said, that it was, I don't want to mess up his quote, but I think he said it was humbling yet embarrassing. So, because it was I think a bit of a, tough pitch he threw. But by the looks of the card, it's a four-seamer down the middle. Like, you cannot tell that the pitch went, slightly outside. But that was definitely exciting this week.
It was down the middle for the first 2 inches. And then, yeah, you're right. When I saw the first video, I'm thinking, did someone edit that? There's no way the pitch was that bad. It obviously was.
I guess he should stick to his day job, right?
That's right. Well, you know what? Popularity or not, I think it's a cool card. I think it goes to show you kind of how crazy the hobby is right now. You look at the McCutcheon variation, right? I mean, that thing is like caught on like wildfire. It's got to be fun for you guys to see that stuff happen, right?
Yeah, especially when the players themselves, comment on their own cards, right? Like McCutcheon's a perfect example. He was just like, this is the coolest baseball card ever. And he's not wrong. I mean, he looks so swaggy on that card. Like, what an image that the team found and were able to use for that one. But yeah, it's really cool. It definitely, like you said, just kind of goes to show the state of the hobby right now. And it's exciting, exciting, especially now that baseball is back too. We got through through a tough couple of months, but made it out on the other side, and here we are with our record-breaking 51,512 Dr. Fauci cards.
Oh my gosh, you're right there. You're probably in the top 5 with print runs on Project 2020 in some of those cards, right? Some of those are like, what? Crazy.
Yeah, Project 2020 is another one that just took off. More than we could have ever imagined. And I know there's definitely, I will start by saying that there's definitely people waiting on their Project 2020 cards. We're behind in shipping, especially because we had to get our hands on some more cases. So definitely appreciate everyone's patience there who's waiting for their cards. But yeah, the Project 2020 launch actually kind of came at a great time because it was just around the end of March when all of a sudden we learned we weren't going to have a baseball season. And so I think what Project 2020 did really well is just give us something new to look forward to every day to be able to connect us to baseball. So that I think TOPPS being able to make that connection for fans just between the collectors and the game, the collectors and the player, that was pretty clutch over the past couple of months. And a lot of people have been coming to the hobby because they've all been at home just looking through their old shoe boxes of baseball cards because we've got nothing better to do at home. So yeah, it's been a crazy ride for the past couple of months, but it's been amazing.
I would agree. Which of the Project 2020 cards was your favorite, or is your favorite up to this point? Anyone stand up?
I think I like Sophia Chang's artwork a lot. She kind of brings this very bright, imaginative, almost whimsical aspect to the cards. And she's also the only female artist, so I gotta give some girl power shout out to her. Her Doc Gooden card actually dropped today, and if you follow TOPPS on social media at all, you could check out an interview between her and Doc Gooden talking about her Project 2020 card, which was really cool to listen to. So definitely encourage everyone to go listen. But Tyson Beck is another great one. He's a TOPPS Fire artist as well, designer. So I was familiar with his work prior to Project 2020, but he just comes up with some really cool and unique stuff. So it's been cool to see him do his Tyson Beck thing, as opposed to just be designing for Fire, but do what he does best. And just all the artists. I mean, there's something for everyone in Project 2020. That's for sure. Agreed.
Is Fire coming out this year? I didn't even see it on the release calendar. Are you guys doing?
That's a fantastic question. I believe so. Yeah, but I would absolutely have to double check.
Okay. Well, a quick shout out to Blake Jameson. He'll be doing a show 1:00 Central, 2 Eastern on Sunday. And will you have someone from TOPPS joining him? I forget. Did you?
No, I think we're just going to let the artists run their own thing. Who am I to talk about art? but I'm going to tune in for that one because I'm anxious to hear what they have to say. I think one really cool thing about Project 2020 is also how the artists themselves have really just bought into it and have learned so much about our hobby and our industry, and they've kind of become their own spokesperson in within the community. So it's cool to see the way that they've really just grabbed onto all of our fans, and it's neat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tuning in for that one.
Agreed. I think we underestimate the number of new collectors they brought into the hobby, right? I get it. They're uneducated. They're figuring things out, but they are new collectors, and that's what makes the hobby so great, right?
Absolutely. And yeah, it's been fun to watch. I mean, the artists themselves have fans that collect what they produce. And so it just happens to be a baseball card. And now we have more TOPPS fans. So it's really unique and interesting of a project. And lots of different reactions about it, but that's the fun part of it, right? It gets people talking.
That's right. All right. So let's line out what's going to happen the next 50 minutes, right? So we got you and I, we're going to break down some of your upcoming products. We're going to talk a little bit about what you guys have been doing throughout the COVID-19, kind of what's happened behind the scenes. I mean, we get it. There's a lot of supply issues. It's just tough. Supply chains are just broken all over the place, but it will be great to break that down with you. You're going to be giving away two boxes today.
I have I have one, two. I have a third here. I'm thinking about hanging on to it for myself, but maybe we could slot some other time in this weekend to give it away. What do you think, Ty?
I think so. I think it's probably a good time to let people know that tomorrow you guys have been slotted in for the pre-show. We're adding a pre-show on Saturday for you guys. I can't wait. So it's going to be at 1 Eastern.
Mm-hmm. 1 Eastern. We're having the pre-show. I'm so excited about it, especially because I'll be on with a couple other of my coworkers. And I know that a lot of this weekend is dominated by sports cards, but we're going to have Jessica Kanzer on, who's our brand manager for our entertainment products. So GPK and Star Wars and WWE. She's going to have a lot of really great insight. And we're also going to have our designer, Barrett Malley, on, who actually designed this year's 2020 Series 1 base. So it's a really cool process how the base cards are designed, but I will let her tell it tomorrow at 1. So really excited for the pre-show, and we'll definitely give away that third box tomorrow.
Yeah, the questions, the agenda for tomorrow, the roundtable is going to be really fun. So I hope you guys can tune into that. You'll see links up on the site when we get done with this. So 1 p.m. tomorrow. But yeah, so real quick, if you do want to subscribe to our channel right now, you'll need to be subscribed to be eligible for a giveaway today. So make sure you're subscribed to the Bench Clear channel, and we'll be giving away some stuff here in a little bit. So let's transition real quick. Let's talk a little bit about the pandemic and kind of the effect of the pandemic on TOPPS. You know, when the season gets pushed back, right? I mean, what's the first thing that you guys have to worry about at TOPPS? What kind of goes through, what's rippling through the office when the season gets pushed back?
Sure. So, the season itself, I think the first thing that comes to mind really is our TOPPS Now cards, right? They're so dependent upon what actually happens during the game. And without a game, there is no TOPPS Now. So that was a big one for us. But I think, the timing was, like I said before, kind of incredible with Project 2020, and it almost really kind of picked up the slack for us as far as being able to give fans something new to look forward to every day. And so that was cool. But there's been a lot of shuffling around between, printing and shipping and supply chain, like you mentioned. There was a lot of shuffling, a lot of adapting. So that, I will give full credit to the team at TOPPS. They reacted so quickly to the situation, and we did our best, to try and stay as close to production schedules as possible. Of course, given the circumstances, couldn't happen perfectly, and that's okay. But really tried to get, those highly sought after products out when they were supposed to be out, and starting to ramp things up again. So you'll notice there's a couple more good releases coming up within the next few weeks, and we're starting to really get back on track here. So it was difficult, it was challenging, but everyone really rose to the occasion, and huge team effort from the team at TOPPS. So definitely took a village to get through that one.
Absolutely. We'll talk about releases here in a minute, because I am curious to break down some of the new stuff coming out. We'll talk about it. But when something like this happens, I mean, do you feel a thick pressure in the office? I mean, obviously TOPPS Now is affected, but when you think about the supply chain issues, do you guys feel the intensity and kind of the stress of, oh boy, like a lot of our business depends on these sports happening. We got to get this stuff figured out? Or is it?
No, I wouldn't call it pressure. It's funny. It was a welcomed challenge. I think that everyone, from the brand team to the designers to, across the company, is just really creative and really appreciate sports. And we're all fans. I mean, we wanted to have it back on our TVs just as much as anyone else. But, I think we were excited to get creative about it. And of course, we had to, start to really have more online offerings, because that was just the way that we could only really print cards over the past couple of months. So definitely increased our online offerings. So the e-commerce team has been working their butts off for the past couple of months. It's been just a wild ride, but I don't think anyone felt pressure. I think we all just said, hey, let's do this then. This is the situation. You could either sit back and sulk about it, or you can get up and go do something. And everyone was really motivated to just, make it through, stay, keep our fans connected to the game. even if there was no sports on our TVs, you know, Topps wanted to be there through baseball cards and you know, soccer cards and anything else to just still connect our fans to the game. So I think it was a welcome challenge, definitely challenging, but you know, fun to see how everyone really just got the gears turning and said, how are we going to make this happen?
That's awesome. By the way, that's funny, right? Found Series 2 blasters. That's the world we live in, right? You can't even find flagship at Target, Walmart. That's how crazy it is. But we're going to have a Q&A session at the end. So if you guys are wanting to ask questions, we'll bring those up later.
You know, it's funny because a lot of people, I think, in the beginning were, you know, going to Target for toilet paper when everyone was rushing for toilet paper, and then all of a sudden they're walking away with baseball cards. So it's been really funny to see people, you know, tweeting at us. Jake, who found Series 2 blaster at Target, you know, that's awesome. And so I know it's been everyone's been chomping at the bit for more products. So but it's a good thing to see.
No doubt. So this was not on the agenda, but I'm curious. You mentioned e-commerce. I mean, we say this for any business, right? Any business that was set up properly for e-commerce during the pandemic saw just crazy business rises, right? I mean, when you started seeing all the rush to the e-commerce site, topps.com, did you hire more people? Did you have to set up? I mean, all the bots and all that stuff's craziness. I'm sure you guys are figuring that out, right? It's kind of a mess behind the scenes to figure that out. But
yes.
How did you stay focused to that? What did you do?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, just given the circumstances, we did not add any more team members, which is why I say those guys have really been working their butts off and doing an amazing job. So yeah, there's been a lot to figure out, like the bots you mentioned, or you know, that kind of thing. So there was a small inventive ways that the team figured out how to reel that back in. You know, every day I think presents something new to think about, and but it's good. You know, it's a good problem to have, although, you know, we definitely don't want to give our customers a bad user experience on the site, you know, when everyone's flocking to the site and you can't get on and it's crashing. You know, some things you just have to learn the hard way. But, you know, I give it to the team that, you know, they're learning and we're trying to improve with the tools we have and the personnel we have. And so, you know, it's interesting to see. And like you said, any e-commerce site was just you know, blasted over the past 3 months. And again, good problem to have, but definitely ways that we can improve and are trying to improve actively.
No doubt. All right. So what would you, if you look back, and this is probably just coming from you, right? Maybe it's something that you've talked about internally, but what would you guys have done differently back in March if you knew everything you knew now? Anything come up?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I would have brought a lot more product home with me from the office. I've not been back to the office and my desk is filled. I mean, I haven't even, you know, I'm for those on the stream, I'm behind the Topps social accounts, and I haven't even been able to hold giveaways because I don't have any product. They haven't sent me any product. Like these boxes that I have for Utah are literally, I was like, guys, it's PALOOZA this weekend. You have to give me some stuff to give away.
Yeah.
So I think we could have been a little better prepared to, you know, have some content come out of our social channels, although we did try our best with a lot of the spring training content that we captured, video content. But, you know, like I said, a lot of the focus turned to our e-commerce team. And so I think that although they might not have been prepared for it, they definitely rose to the occasion.
Good stuff. It's funny you mentioned that because in terms of marketing, because my sons and I, we were driving out to Texas the other day and we were listening to a ball game, and Topps was an advertiser for the Royals game, for one of the commercials. And it was awesome. My sons looked at me and were like, what? Topps? Like, it's almost like they're not used to hearing the marketing of Topps. It's such
it's a whole nother world. You know, it's interesting because I think a lot of our current collectors don't actually see our marketing because our marketing is intended to reach the people that aren't seeing TOPPS on their feeds every day, right? So it's funny because there's a whole nother marketing arm that works so hard to talk to the people that we don't talk to every single day. And I think promotions like National Baseball Card Day is a good opportunity to reach this whole new audience and just reach a whole bunch of people that are like, hey, I remember baseball cards, and be able to kind of bring some more people back into the hobby. But glad you heard us on the radio. That makes me happy, Ty.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. Okay, so that's a great transition to giveaway number one. So what do you want to give away first? And here's how it's going to work while you're thinking about that. We're gonna randomize it. We use a bot behind the scenes that picks from everybody in the room, and we'll just pick whatever comes up. They'll take.
How many people are in the room right now? I don't know if I can see numbers.
65.
Wow. Shout out to everyone there. We're gonna go ahead with Big League Baseball, which I'm holding upside down. So got a box of Big League. Just a cool product. I know that it's especially like you see on the side some cool, unique, cartoonish looking stuff, and it's a cool product. So let's go ahead and give away some Big League Baseball.
All right, I'll give everyone in the room 30 seconds to subscribe, because it does pick only from subscribers. So you have to be subscribed to Bench Clear Media. So I'll let you subscribe, and then we'll go ahead and give it away. And what we're going to do is, if you get picked, I want you to post your email address in here. Unfortunately, the world's going to see it, but that's the only way we can verify it. And it's yours. We'll send it to you. We'll read it to you. Cool.
Very cool. I saw someone commenting that they liked Big League this year, so I'm glad we picked a good one to give away.
That's right. I actually like it too. All right, here we go. Let's try it. We're rolling it. We're rolling it. Does it show it in the? Let's see. Jeff Nickel.
Jeff, come on down.
Jeff Nickel. That is the winner. Let me put that name in there so you see. We got a Braves. Got a Braves. The Braves logo. Beautiful. Awesome. Jeff Nickel. Throw your email address in there, and we'll get that out to you.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. So let's talk about checklists. And this is something that if you look in the forums, and I know you guys monitor this stuff, and we see it in our Discord and our community. What is TOPPS update, right? Everyone's thinking, okay, what the heck? How do you guys process this? As a player need to play? What are you guys thinking about now in terms of the shortened season and its impact to the checklist and future products?
Yeah, definitely. You know what's funny? These products are the process is started so far in advance that even though the product comes out now in this current climate, you can't really plan for something like that, right? So the product is going to be as though it was any regular year, especially with regard to updates. But I know a lot of people ask about rookies, and especially because of this shortened season, that's all the more evident. There's actually, the MLBPA sets the date on what qualifies as an eligible rookie for product. I know it probably goes a bit beyond that, and there's some conversations that are had between TOPPS and the manufacturers and the Players Association, but their service time and is factored into it. And so there's a couple different elements. I don't think it's TOPPS just decides if you're a rookie or not. It goes to a little bit of a deeper level than that. So but those are all set up well before the season, and that's why you have rookie cards or some guys who didn't make the first cut of rookie cards, and then all of a sudden they get up, and it's challenging because, like I said, the process starts so far in advance that it's a little bit difficult to prepare for sometimes. And when you have the shortened season and you're carrying however many man roster, and all of a sudden there's call-ups, and they weren't previously on our radar for a normal year, it gets all a little messed up, right? It's really weird, some of it, even when just Series 2 came out and Luis Robert had his rookie card before he even stepped on a Major League Baseball field for this season. So it was definitely an interesting year. I think the checklists are reflective of the interesting year. And again, something you can't really prepare for, but hopefully we can make up for some of it, come next year's products, which we're planning for now.
Crazy. So do you want to break down the checklist for update for us now, or is that?
Oh, man. Exclusive. I will certainly send that to you before I send it to anyone else, Ty. So you can.
Oh, okay, you heard it here. This is live.
Yep. You can hold me to it. It might be setting up, 3 emails and just it goes Ty and then the rest of everyone. But I'll make sure that you're first on the list.
I appreciate that. No, I'm a massive baseball collector. A lot. Anyone listening or watching right now is a baseball collector. We can't wait to see what ends up happening with update. And I guess let's take into that one more second. The service time. Do you know what the barriers are for service time? What the eligibility requirements are for service time?
That's a great question. I did when I worked at the Players Association, and I don't anymore. There are definitely a couple of factors that play into it, such as innings, and I think even plate appearances might play into it. So there's a couple of different factors that definitely play into it. I don't know how they're going to adjust counting service time for this year because it's a short season. So it's I'm just as interested to see what they do with it as you guys are. But definitely a really valid question. I think this season has proved one thing, and that there is a lot more questions than there are answers right now.
Well said. That's put. So let's say a product's releasing on October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
At what point are you printing that product? Is that September 1st? What's the lead time for you to start getting that product into the printers?
Yeah, probably about a month or so. Although I'm not sure if that's changed because of how much we have to prepare and how much we've shifted things around because of the effects of COVID-19. A lot of products were shifted around. We tried, like I said, to stay as close to street dates as we could, but some just unfortunately, no pun intended, weren't in the cards for us. But about a month, I'd say is in a good average to put on it, but it also depends on the product too, right? Maybe series 1, because that's like a behemoth of a product that might have a little bit more lead time than others. So I unfortunately can't give that straight of an answer just because it's so dependent on so many different factors.
That makes sense. Ooh, look at that. That's a question I'm really curious about. Who's the cover boy going to be for 2020 update? That'll be fun.
Oh, that's a great question. And has he got an Urshela autograph as his profile picture? I think
he's speaking to you.
Urshela is one of the best autographs. I love his auto. It looks the exact same every single time. I've sat in on an autograph session. I was lucky enough to with Gio Urshela, and I'm a Yankee fan, so that was personally special for me too. And his auto is just the exact same every single time. Little letters and not even script. Like it was cool to watch. It was cool to watch him sign a bunch of cards.
That's awesome. How many autograph signings have you been in? Quite a few, or no?
A good bit. Yep. Yeah. It's cool. I think it's funny to see because everyone has their own way of signing cards, and this goes beyond baseball players, right? We have Star Wars autographs and WWE and lots of properties. So some do the layout and you just sign a cross method. Some like to put one at a time and then go. So you have to actually, when you're feeding someone cards, you almost have to like adapt to how they want to sign cards. So it's really interesting, a skill set I never thought I would have learned here at TOPPS. But are they righty? Are they lefty? Which side of them do I have to stand on? It's it's really funny.
Yeah. So I know you're a collector too, but does it pain you when someone signs that auto and just kind of throws the card to the side or piles it up? Are you thinking, oh, God, that's not going to grade well?
We make sure that they don't stack the cards after they sign them. We're like, please let them dry. Okay. But there's so many unknown factors in getting the cards to the player, out of the boxes, back in the boxes, back in the mail. Something is bound to get a little dinged up along the way, I would think. But we try our best to we put foam in all of the boxes so that way they the cards are nice and padded. We do our best, but some things are just unfortunate. I know I always like to share some behind the scenes photos of guys signing stuff, and I just get the photos maybe from their agent or for someone on my team that says, hey, look, this guy is signing, and it's really cool that he's signing, and I just know in the back of my mind that, oh man, I'm gonna get ripped apart for this one because he has all the cards piled up, but how can I not show everyone that whoever is signing this really cool card? So it's funny, but there's only so much the at Topps handle can do about that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's a good point though. Like you tell them, right, you have to spread it out because the ink needs to dry. Like, and a lot of times people see the photos and they see it all spread out thinking they're just throwing those things away or scattering them out, but they're doing it for a reason, which is
yes. Yeah, of course. No, we'll definitely, spread them out, give them time to dry. All of our auto cards that get sent to the players actually come with like a little direction sheet. So we try, to lay it out as best we can for the players or the talent or, whoever is signing to, just please be careful.
please.
Please.
All right, we're not doing Q&A yet, but this is a great question. Is it fun to work for Topps, right? Everyone probably thinks it's the dream job. Is it a dream job?
That's a great question. It is, especially as I remember myself when I was in Little League softball or even like T-ball softball, I got my first Trade-'em card. And I, put that in my penny sleeve, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, to see yourself on a baseball card, right? So I kind of like fell in love with baseball cards when I was younger. And actually, I have it over there. Hey, Law, would you grab me my Trade-'em card? And I'm going to show you my Trade-'em card right now, just because yep, that one. Yep. Okay, here we go. My softball. Oh yeah.
Your hand is good. You're. I can tell. You know what you're doing.
Yep. Back elbows tucked in. And no, so it's really, I mean, obviously, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of baseball cards. I still have my Little League cards. So it's really cool to work at Topps just because everyone that you work with is a fan too. It's a really cool community that we have internally within Topps. And, everyone is a fan of something, no matter what it is, from WWE to baseball and, even basketball and football. Like we love sports, we love entertainment. And I think that's what makes Topps really unique is that we're not just sitting here pumping out a bunch of cards. We're really fans too. And we like seeing what are on those cards. So, it's a great question. I forget who asked, great question, but definitely a lot of fun. And, hopefully next year when things are back to normal and we're at some events again, like we should have been this weekend, which is why we're all here. I can actually finally meet some of our collectors face to face. I think that's a really fun part too.
That's profound. Sign that card and top load it. My goodness. Thank you, Tyler. Goodness gracious.
That's funny, guys.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about products coming up. And then we'll do some Q&A and we'll do another giveaway. So next week, I believe we are slated for Luminaries and Chrome. Is that still happening?
Yep. Luminaries and Chrome. I know Chrome's, goes without saying is a super popular one. But one thing in Luminaries that I think is going to be really cool this year is that they have this this book card. It's like this ultra book card. I think they call it Masters of the Mound, and it has 10 elite MLB pitchers on it, past and present, one of one. It's just this, massive book card, which is going to be awesome. So I hope that whoever pulls that will send it to the Topps account or tweet it at us or post at us, because I can't wait to see that. I know a lot of people in the comments are saying Chrome is awesome. So totally agree there. No place like Chrome for the season. Love it.
That's the truth right there, right? Good luck finding Flash card. You wait till Chrome. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Nice. All right. So Chrome's slated. So that's a Friday release. Luminaries is a Wednesday release, right? I believe it's how it's working next week. Something like that.
Yes. The 5th, right? I think August 5th, it might be Luminaries. I would have to double check.
Okay.
Yep, Luminaries is the 5th, and Chrome's the 7th. So you have Chrome's on the Friday.
Got it. Cool. That's exciting. It is a retail release again, right? It's retail and hobby for Chrome.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Everything's good. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait for Chrome. Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah, it's a great brand. It really is. Everyone loves Chrome, so it's cool. It's exciting when that kind of stuff comes out, because you just, even though we're all socially distanced right now, like, you feel the energy of the collectors, and they're even like the comment section here. Everyone's pumped up for Chrome, so it's cool. It's cool when those products get released, because you just see the collectors coming out of the woodworks and tweeting their polls at us. It's really neat.
That's right. What's your response to that? Unlicensed football. I mean, come on, Jam and JD. That's right.
Wow. Unlicensed Chrome. That's a great one. Maybe we should take that one offline.
All right, going offline. We're offline now. Go ahead.
That's funny. I know a lot of people ask, is Topps going to get back into basketball or football? I miss Topps football. And I do too. I mean, some of the products that we have put out in the past are just really awesome. And while I can't say, sure, we're going to get back into basketball or football, I think it's never off the table, right? Like, when you're a business, you're always trying to expand. And so, I think it's, a lot of people miss Topps football and basketball. And, while it's sad we don't have them, it's good to hear that those products resonated so much with people.
I think you just go get the license. That's what I think.
Yeah. All right. You can write the check, Todd.
That's right. I'll get the check for you out. Do you know about Retail Chrome releasing the same day?
That's a great question. And let me see if I can pull it up here. I know that retail is a little bit skewed, just because again, with our shipping, we've been trying our best to get everything out as much as we, as close to being on time as we can. I know sometimes it ends up in the hands of Walmart and Target a little bit before hobby stores, or maybe a little bit after hobby stores. I'm going to continue to try and search for that within my emails here, but I don't know if I can give a straight answer just yet.
If it pops up, that'd be great to know, because I'm sure everyone's itching to know when Chrome's coming out.
I'm sorry, I have some inside intel right now. Yes, on retail, Chrome releasing same day as hobby. Our hobby sales manager, Kevin O'Neill, who must be logged on and watching right now. Thank you, Kevin, for emailing me the answer to that question. And Kevin is actually going to be on with our pre-show tomorrow. So for those who maybe just joined within the past couple of minutes and didn't hear, we're going to do a Topps pre-show before Hobby Palooza kicks off at 2 p.m. That's going to be at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Exciting. Thank you, Kevin. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right. So Sterling, Archives, 5-star. Those are the 3 products after Chrome that come out throughout August. Which one of those are you most excited about?
Great question. I will say Archives.
That spot in the office. Do you have to answer that?
That's funny. I think I'll say Archives. And one thing that I really like about Archives this year is we have these, as an insert, we have these cornfield variation cards. And it's just so like old school baseball and Field of Dreams kind of thing. It's really cool that we have them. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to in Archives. And then another one is we have these nickname like poster cards. So I think I saw one that said like Snellzilla on it, Snell's nickname. And so we're like, past and present, we have nickname cards, which are super cool. I think it's just a really neat addition to the product. So yeah, Archives is going to be cool, but Sterling's back, right? So that's of course highly anticipated either way.
I already know someone's going to ask this question, so I'm going to ask it. What would your nickname be if you were in that set?
That's a great question. I go by M in my like day-by-day life, but I can't just rock 2 letters with a relic in it, like I feel like it would have to really make the most out of my relic. So that's a good question. Maybe we could even throw the @ and Topps in there as like an homage to our social media handles. And yeah, that would be my relic.
Awesome. I love it. This question is getting some love, and I want you to answer it because this is probably near and dear to your heart. What is Topps trying to do to bring in more female collectors?
Yeah, Jessica, that's an awesome question. And I thank you for asking that because it's a male-dominated hobby, right? And I think that one of the things that was really cool this year is we released a Women of Star Wars set. And I mentioned, during the pre-show tomorrow, Jessica Cancer will be on, who is our brand manager for the Star Wars brand. And she, was really instrumental in bringing that together. So, Women of Star Wars was really geared towards females, where a lot of our products aren't. And I think that was neat because it's kind of the first time ever that Topps has really done something like that. And to be able to not only show the progression of Topps, but show the progression of Star Wars too, from, where it was to now, where we have these really strong female characters, strong heroes that are female. So I thought the Women of Star Wars set, I believe it released back in March or so. That was a really cool one. And just, one of the small ways that we're trying to bring more females into the hobby. And, tomorrow too, with our pre-show, I asked 2 other females to be on with me, right? So Jessica, like I said, the brand manager, GPK and Star Wars, and Barrett, who is the designer who was behind the 2020 base design. So there's definitely a lot of, female power behind the scenes at Topps. So it'll be exciting to bring some more women, with me tomorrow. And I know Kevin will be holding down the fort for the guys tomorrow. And it'll be, it'll be cool to see that the faces of Topps changing, right?
Absolutely. This is what I'm dealing with right now too, right? If my wife was going to collect cards, it wouldn't be baseball or basketball or football. It would be these obscure sets like Stranger Things.
Yeah, there you go. Stranger Things. That was cool. We actually, last year at our New York Comic-Con booth, we had Martin Brenner. Or I'm sorry, I'm blanking on his name, but he came to the booth, and it was Matthew Modine is the actor, Dr. Martin Brenner in the show. He came to the booth and signed his Stranger Things cards, and we gave some away. So that was really, really cool that we got some Stranger Things in our Comic-Con booth last year. It was, felt right being at Comic-Con and having, Dr. Martin Brenner and Stranger Things at the booth.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. So that's August. September, you have another set of big releases, Stadium Club, Bowman Chrome, Ginter, and Topps Triple Threads.
It's the best month ever.
Holy. What got you excited about those 4? Anything stick out to you?
Stadium Club is arguably one of the most beautiful Topps sets just because of the imagery. Yeah. And I will give a lot of credit to our editors there, because they just they pick some of the best imagery for the set, and it's just gorgeous, the cards that they come up with. So I'm excited for Stadium Club just because of that. But you and I have talked before, Ty, and I love Triple Threads. That is my absolute favorite. I say it every time we speak. And so I'm waiting for the day that Triple Threads comes out. Again, just another really cool product, and it's where our design team really shines, I think, because of the way that they are able to incorporate the design and the relics, with words and text. It just is a place where our design team really shines. And then lastly, Alan Bowman Chrome Stadium Club. Alan and Ginter, loaded list this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely looking forward to Alan and Ginter as well. I know it's got pushed back a little bit. It normally, I think, comes out during the summertime. So highly anticipated, waiting for that one to drop. But yeah, it's going to be a really fun September. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness. All right. So you have to pick one of these 2 to go spend your money on when they're released. You go Alan and Ginter Chrome or Stadium Club Chrome.
No, you're not allowed to do that to me.
What do you guys think in the comments? What can you go with?
Yeah, I'd love to hear them sound off.
Stadium Club. I need the authenticity of the old school Ginter. I think Chrome is a little too much for me, but I'll take Stadium Club Chrome. Okay.
That's fair. A lot of Stadium Club in the comments.
They're coming in.
You can't deny the imagery, though. I mean, they're just beautiful cards. They're really beautiful cards. And if you're a baseball collector, you're going for Stadium Club, and if you're in it for the uniqueness and wackiness that Topps brings you, sometimes Allen and Ginter is what you should go by.
Agreed. Look at all. Oh my goodness! I think everyone's excited about Stadium Club Chrome.
All right, I've been convinced.
Convinced. Done. That just means the Allen and Ginter Chrome team's got to step it up and just impress us all.
Wait till you guys hear the subject list for this year's Allen and Ginter. It's a neat one. It's a cool one. And I also should mention, while we're here, just talking about upcoming products, we are in the next week or so going to push from our top social media channels a look at the 2021 base design. So I know that is a lot of people are waiting for that. It usually comes out around now. So you've also heard it here. We're going to be releasing that from our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram accounts this upcoming week or two. So definitely be on the lookout for that design. You are not going to be disappointed in that one.
It just popped in my head, but like tomorrow, I'm trying to release that. I'm just saying.
If only.
Haven't you listening?
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's going to be really exciting. I'm looking forward to getting it out there, just because all feedback is good feedback, and we get a lot of feedback on our Topps channel. So it's interesting to see what people have to say. I also see someone in the comments saying that we need another Emily Kless Allen and Ginter card. It was about a year ago today that I had my Allen and Ginter cards released. I remember that just because last year Allen and Ginter came out during Shark Week, which is one of my favorite weeks of television of the year. And on my T-shirt, in my photo, I was wearing a shirt that had like the jaws of a shark on it. And so it was just, made me feel really great that it came out on Shark Week.
Awesome. That is awesome. All right. So we've been getting a lot of questions about your shirt. Where can people get this 65th shirt?
That's a great question. It's got Topps on the bottom too. I think this was given to me so I could work an event. They they tend to bribe me with T-shirts. Yeah, Crazy Kev loves Shark Week. Me too. They bribe me with T-shirts so I could work events. So I think they gave me this one. But speaking of the 65th anniversary, next year 70, I believe, which is going to be another great occasion, one that we're definitely going to celebrate. So, and I think you'll see that kind of reflected in the products as well, just like the history of Topps. It's going to be a really cool year of products for the 70th.
That's cool. Well, for those that don't know, we're doing Hobby Jeopardy tonight, and we've loaded it with some old school Topps questions. And I can't wait. When you said that, it triggered some stuff we got coming tonight. Okay, so I think we should do another giveaway. Let's do another one real quick.
Let's do it. I have here Pro Debut. I have Pro Debut because I know that a lot of people like the prospects. And, I think it's cool too, just because, you follow these guys all the way to the show. So Pro Debut, I know that you have to make sure everyone subscribes in order to enter. Is that correct?
You're so aware. My gosh. Subscribe. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to subscribe to Binge Clear. Everyone that is subscribed will be eligible. That's in the room right now. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're rolling it. All right. William Hamner. There you go. Let's put that in there. William.
Way to go, William.
Hamner. Congratulations. Shoot me an email. There you go. William Hamner's on the giveaway. Nightbot. Thank you, Nightbot. That's what we need. Congratulations. Give us your email address and we'll take care of that for you. All right, and we'll give you the address and you can mail it out to them. All right, so let's do a little Q&A real quick. We got 10 minutes left. And by the way, after we're done, you're going to head over to Up North Collectors. And we'll post a link in the show notes here, and you guys can go watch Up North, do some fun stuff. All right, so keep the questions coming, guys. We'll pick a few. Keep them reasonable. Please keep them reasonable. We won't correct it.
Congrats. Yeah.
There's a lot of congrats. Okay, so let's go. No, we're not doing that. This is a great question. I saw this earlier. Any player complained about the photo you chose for them? Anyone come to mind?
That's a funny question. That's a great question. I think there's more complaints when there's error cards and cards where they're just like, that is not me. um, some guys don't pay much mind to their baseball cards. Some guys collect their baseball cards, which is super cool. I think the ones that collect them pay, special attention, and some just consider them cool because they're more rare and, unique cards. That's a good question. I'm not sure who asked, but thanks for the question.
Yeah, that is good. I'm sure it's not going to be made public, right? But is there a vetting process, right? Like the McCutcheon card. Did you send that card to McCutcheon or the picture and say, hey, we're using this? Are you cool with that?
I don't believe permission was asked prior to the card, but I believe that when he got hold of it, or maybe we even sent it over to his agent. I'm not quite sure. He loved it so much that he wanted us to print a big like blow up card for him, which we did. So he's got that card as a big blow up, which is just totally cool. When the guys love their cards just as much as we do, and as much as collectors do, it's cool.
All right, you're not going to answer this question, but I'm going to post it up only because I know what Ed's saying here. I don't like to be called buddy, so he always says you need a buddy card. Okay, that's enough. We're leaving that alone. All right, good question from Jeff. Who's your favorite athlete to work with?
That's a great question, Jeff. I've been really fortunate to meet a lot of people working at TOPPS. I'm so grateful to all of the really cool events that we go to. I think what takes the cake for me this year is the Million Card Rip Party, where I was able to broadcast alongside Pete Alonso, who just came off this monster rookie season, hottest name in the game, and just the nicest guy ever. If you didn't catch the Million Card Rip Party, he actually opened up the first pack of cards with his teeth. Like, he just went in on it as the polar bear that he is. It was really cool to just sit beside him as he was ripping open baseball cards. It was kind of a once in a lifetime experience. So I'm really thankful for that one. But I do have to say that I've worked with a couple of WWE personalities as well. And they're all fantastic. Paige and Becky Lynch, I've been fortunate enough to meet. So, shout out to the WWE superstars as well. They're just great with the fans and easy to work with, and always think their cards are really cool, which is neat too. That's cool.
All right, next one. This one's near and dear to my heart. What is the inspiration that goes into the super short print? The ones that are unannounced, right? What's kind of the idea behind that? And
like I said, like the team at TOPPS, we're fans of the game. Everyone is a fan of the game, and so I think that they just like seeing what collectors pick up on. So our brand managers, they do an unbelievable job with the short prints. To be able to think about putting Babe Ruth in the stands at Yankee Stadium in the behind the background of a card, like, I don't know how these guys come up with it. They're amazing. They just think of everything, or even the actual polar bear card, right? There was some just really cool stuff, and always always creative, and always trying to make a good impression on our collectors and see what kind of cards pop up.
Awesome. This is a great. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Let's ask about the gold ticket party. I was curious about that too. Is that still happening because of COVID, or is it not?
That'll be that's going on as planned. I think probably like a month out or so is when we'll decide on the events. I think it's still too early to call in the event it doesn't happen, but no, it's still going on as planned. And for those asking, it's a celebration of the decades ticket that you can find in both Series 1 and Series 2. I believe there's 50 total tickets between Series 1 and 2. And if you pull this ticket, it invites you and a guest to Las Vegas this November for a celebration of the decades party. We entered 2020, a new decade of TOPPS baseball cards. So we're celebrating the past 7 decades that we've produced baseball cards for. And it'll be really fun. Someone's asking how many tickets have been pulled. That's a great question. I think there have been a couple RSVPs so far. I think some people are kind of like hanging on to their tickets if they did pull one, just to see what they can get out of it. And one was even pulled at our Million Card Rip Party. Out of Series 1, there was just so many boxes of product there, so that was really cool to see too. That's our celebration of the decades ticket, and you can see, you know, right in the top there. That's kind of what the card looks like. So I think we should give, I'm teasing everyone with this one, and I know I have another Series 2 box for tomorrow. So should we give it away? Yeah, let's do that.
Oh my goodness. All right. 5 seconds. Subscribe to Bench Clear Media. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of people in here now. Okay. We're gonna random it in 5 seconds. Look at you just giving out product like
no, I have another Series 2 for tomorrow. So
all right, here we go. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling it.
all right.
Oh, Foo. We're he's a channel host. Foo, do you want to random that and give it to someone else? I'll let Foo decide. If you don't, you can take it and give it to one of your folks on your channel.
That's an option as well.
Foo will probably give it away. I know he'll do something. If not, you can take it. But that's awesome.
Sure, he gets that then.
Cool. Okay, we got 1 minute left. Anything else you want to point people to? Anything important that people need to know? I mean, obviously the 2021 design is going to be released tomorrow on our show.
Fake news, Ty. No, I'm kidding. It'll be released on our social pages within the next week or two. So definitely give at TOPPS a follow if you don't already. And you know what I'm looking forward to is National Baseball Card Day. It's coming up August 8th. Visit your local hobby shop for a free pack of cards, exclusive cards. Alonso and Alvarez, I believe, are the exclusive cards. So yeah, that'll be, you know, Alonso, I believe, is the weekend of the 8th, and Alvarez the following weekend, the 15th. So you know, head out to your local hobby shop, get a free pack of cards, and you know, tweet them at us or post your polls at TOPPS. We're using the hashtag this year, hashtag TOPPSNBCD, National Baseball Card Day. So you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone polls, and since we can't be in the ballpark this year, we might as well celebrate online, right?
That's right. All right, last question for you. Do we finish the Major League season? Yes or no?
Should we bet on it?
Yeah, we should.
All right, Ty. I will.
A Bench Clear T-shirt. You got to give me a TOPPS T-shirt if you win. How about that?
Done. Deal.
Done.
Especially because I've been wanting a Bench Clear Media shirt for a while. So this is a good bet for me to make. I think that we go through with the full season.
Okay.
That means you have to.
I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet.
Okay, done deal. Everyone in the chat saw this, so I better take down your t-shirt size after this, because I know it hasn't been looking good recently. But I'm optimistic, I'm hopeful, and I think we're going to get through the season.
Me too. I will happily be okay with giving you a shirt and taking a full season. You were amazing, Emily. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow with the rest of the TOPPS crew. For those that don't know, go check out Up North Collectors. You'll see the link on thehobbypalooza.com.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.